Poppy, could you go in your bed, please? I can't sit there.
Do you never make this easy?
Come on, move on.
Come on, you sit there or go in your bed.
Yeah. Yeah, there. Look at you.
No, she's off now.
Are you off now? That was short appearance. There she is. Come
Bye
on, you.
from Poppy.
Go on.
Come on, yeah, that's it.
This is why we don't never try and film with her.
Right, so Poppy's gone.
Poppy's gone. So coming up in this... Right, Poppy's gone.
Yes.
So coming up in this video, we're going to go through what we've been up to since we got home.
Yeah.
Got some more planned upgrades for Connie and our plans for tours and meetups coming up. So do stay tuned because it's going to be quite a long one by the looks of it.
What's that? Right.
Right. Okay, so we've been home for 2 weeks now.
We have. I mean, the last time we were away was at the Vanners collaboration, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At Summers Wood,
Yeah.
which was a really enjoyable weekend. And
Yeah. No,
some of the others are already want to plan one for next year. So, you know, we all got on very well, didn't we? It was a great weekend.
yeah. It was a meet-up for YouTubers, really, rather than subscribers. So
Yeah.
how can we put this? We're not keen on big meetings.
No, because we're not great entertainers, are we?
No, we're not the song and dance type.
Yeah, so that's why we don't do great big things. But
No.
that was just to get to know each other
Yeah.
in the collaboration, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it really achieved that, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I did a post last week, and I was curious because in my analytics, the statistics that YouTube give you, it tells me that 51% of our viewing figures are people watching on TV.
Yes.
So I did a post. I got loads of comments from people say we watch on TV and
Yes.
watch on a phone and everything. I thought it was quite interesting, but there must have been people who couldn't comment on the post because A, they hadn't seen the comment because they only watch on TV.
Yeah.
And B, because they don't use a phone to watch YouTube. So
No.
tell me if it's useful, but I think I'm planning a video on how to watch YouTube using a smart TV and a phone, because a
Yes.
lot of people don't realise that you can subscribe even on a smart TV.
Yes, it's a lot easier than it was. It was a bit of a nightmare to begin with, but you can now.
Yeah.
You can view comments, can't you? But I don't think it's got the facility yet for actually making a comment.
No, so I want to do a video on, you know, showing people how they can subscribe, how they can leave a like, and if they want to, how they can watch us on and comment on the phone as well.
Yeah.
So let us know if you think that's going to be useful, and particularly, I'd love to hear from people who can't comment, but that's really difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I one of the best things about YouTube is getting comments and the interaction between our viewers and ourselves.
Yeah.
So that said, what we've been up to?
We've been up to, well,
Yeah.
you ordered some ship-shape bedding. It's not
Good.
very easy to say
No,
that.
I've got to be careful how you say that.
Yeah, because we originally reviewed that, didn't we? Wasn't it our first product review ever?
It was our first ever product review, and I kept going saying this is not a paid for promotion. And
but we've struggled a bit to know how we would use it because we had slatted beds, didn't we?
yeah, in the Bolero, which
Yes.
is where I got it from originally, and in the Swift Kon-Tiki Sport. But in this van, we've just got a board which basically covers over the garage.
Yeah.
So in theory, if the garage gets cold, condensation can form on the top side of the board where it's warmer,
Yes.
and mould can get into the mattress. And it's a problem that a lot of people who've got this sort of layout with bed above a garage may be familiar with. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a solution for that. But anyway, I'm probably telling you what's in the video there on your...
Yeah, so you made a little video, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but people might have watched by now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's probably coming out after this video.
Oh, so whichever way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so what else? We've done some gardening, haven't we, which is unusual for us.
You gave me a list, didn't you?
I gave you a list, yeah. We've we had an area at the front, didn't we, where some shrubs had died off over the winter.
Yeah.
So we finally got 2 new shrubs to put in there.
Yeah.
And was another area at the side, wasn't there, which originally had a shrub that
a
died.
giant shrub, like a triffid thing that kept trying to strangle me every time I got out
the car. So we were always trying to cut it back and whatever. So anyway, so that was taken out. The gardeners that we've got took that out, but we've now put some stone down, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we've been doing that and just keeping the garden down, haven't we, while we've been here.
I always find it quite a big job when I get home is cleaning the van, both inside because it's like a mini house, and cleaning it outside. So I've dry sparkled the outside. That took me about 9:30 till about 2:30.
You were out there quite a while, because you've done the roof and everything,
So I give it a really good clean, which meant that the following night it rained.
It's rained, yes.
I don't know how I manage it, but every time I clean the van, it rains immediately afterwards.
And we also had the window cleaner, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that normally does it, because normally he's just gone and then it pours with rain. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh, the other, it's not really a bit of news, it's a bit of non-news, but we were hoping to get our bay window fixed, the one that leaks.
Yes.
And they rang me up almost as soon as we got back and said they can't find the bricks for it. They've had to order the bricks.
Yes.
And they won't be in stock until, presumably, you'll be watching this on Sunday. So on Monday, hopefully, I'll know whether they've got the bricks or not.
Yes.
And they can fix our leaking roof. So fingers crossed we get that fixed.
Yes. You've already got a video for Sunday, so...
Have I?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
So this will be Tuesday then, you're thinking?
So hopefully by the time you watch this we'll have had it fixed.
We'll have had it fixed, I don't know whether we said, but we finally got the NHBC to agree to our claim. It's taken a heck of a long time, and they finally said it's the cavity tray, which
is happening a lot to people. I know people have commented on it when we said about it, the problem. They said it's the cavity tray. We've known all along really it's the cavity tray, but I think they've used some like delaying tactics, paint the roof. That was one of them, wasn't it?
One of them, yeah.
Anyway, the assessor came out and it's always sort of a bit stunned. He just agreed with everything and said what you need is a new cavity tray. And
that's right. And shall I get someone to come? So hopefully they will have come by the time you're watching this. Yeah,
that's right. So what's next?
I ordered some stickers. Yeah. I'm not very good at this sort of thing. So anyway, I didn't realise. I thought that they'd come in, and I don't really know what I thought. I thought the backing would come through. I don't think you really
realised what die cut meant.
Well, it didn't mention die cut.
No, it just said stickers, didn't it?
It just said stickers. It was on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I thought, a sheet of stickers. And I assumed that the backing would allow you to take each of the stickers out, but it doesn't.
No, it's just this piece of paper with stickers stuck on it. I mean, so if anyone wants any stickers,
we'd like 10 sheets of them.
You can have a can have a sheet.
I mean, it's a bit awkward to sort of give somebody a sticker which is all sticky on the back, and you've got to run and put it somewhere. So
you can have a sticker as long as you can stick it straight away.
Right. It's an instant sticker. There you are.
They've invented something. Now we have ordered some replacement
ones.
No,
but Aileen took this lovely picture. Which
we have used the picture.
Yes, and
I'll probably put it on the screen. It's probably best, isn't it?
Yeah, and I didn't manage to fit it on this one very well, but hopefully the ones you've ordered,
fingers crossed,
it will come. And I didn't know it was even called die cuts.
No, that's right.
Apparently that's what they are.
Not die cast, die cut.
I did say die cut, didn't I?
I think you said die cast. Anyone remembers Corgi and Dinky? They were die cast.
Were they? All right, okay.
The other thing is when I review products, I take it out of the box, I assemble it, I try it out, see how I get on with it. One thing I can't do, of course, is test a product over a long time and then at the end of the video say this product has lasted well or this product hasn't lasted well. But what I can do is I can tell you what's happened about one of the products that I reviewed. Now, I don't know if you remember, I had the first bike that I got, the Fiido D4S, the e-bike, the folding bike, the little bike, which is really handy, which was handy in the other motorhome because it was small. I could put it on a bike rack, and it is fairly compact. That I found had got 3 broken spokes. Now, I think it happened when I was cycling at Beckley Park. You remember I cycled up that hill, was it called Blythe Hill? Can't remember.
I can't remember what it's called now.
But
sorry.
it was a bit rocky, and I think I must have broken the spokes there. And when I reviewed the bike, to be fair, some people said they got one and it had some broken spokes. So, you know, it's the sort of thing that you can't, you know, you can't tell people in advance what's going to go wrong.
No,
So, you know,
no.
what I would say is whenever you watch a YouTube review video, just remember that they've got it out of the box, they've tested it a bit, hopefully for a bit of time, and they can only give you an opinion on what it's like.
What it's like then,
Yeah, so hands up, I'm not happy with the fact that it's got broken spokes. I'm also not happy with the Fiido delivery service. I ordered the spokes 2 weeks ago, almost as soon as I got back.
As soon as you got back, I thought, yeah.
Still got no tracking on the delivery, still don't know when they're going to arrive. I was hoping to take the little folding bike with us on our next trip, but I can't do that. So, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
It is, isn't
I
it?
haven't reviewed any e-bikes since, and I have been offered a few, haven't I? So you kept saying, no, not another flaming bike.
Well, yeah, there's 3 in the shed at the moment, and
Is it? There's my original bike. There's the
Fiido.
There's the one I'm going to talk about a little bit later, and the big
white one.
The big white.
The big white, yeah.
So
the big white went to. Well, it seems big to me anyway.
It is big. It's big, and that's the problem. It fits in the garage just about, but it means I probably can't take the awning with me. But if I could take the Fiido, then I probably could.
And that's what we were sort of planning for our next trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But you can't take it with broken spokes.
No, so I'll have to figure out what to do about that. So a bit of a product update there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you've got some...
Oh yeah, I've got... I've been meaning to get these for a little while. Rustle.
Yeah.
But I got some mud flaps.
Yeah, you went over to Walton Summit, didn't you, with the Fiat professional dealer. So
it's a bit of rubber, a bit of steel, some fixings hopefully somewhere. Some fixings in there. I had a panic there. And yeah, £90 worth of rubber and steel.
Yeah, plus VAT.
Plus VAT. They are the Fiat stroke Citroen stroke what's the other one? Peugeot proper mud flaps. So hopefully they'll fit and shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, there you go. Mud flaps. Just been to... Yeah, I've just come back from Walton Summit with those. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. Other bit of upgrade news is we're going to get air suspension fitted. We've been talking about it for a little while, and we've decided to go for what we think is probably one of the best solutions, and it's not the cheapest solution by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But we're going to go for VB full air suspension, which will mean that we can adjust the level of the vehicle when it's on site. We can use it to empty the water. You can tip it one side to empty it out. You can lift the back up when you go onto ferries, and hopefully it should improve the ride. So looking forward to getting that fitted. We couldn't get the fitting in before October. I mean, we've got the September trip abroad, was hoping to be able to get it for that, but couldn't sort of fit it in. It takes a while for the kit to arrive anyway.
And they were fully... A&E Leisure we're going to, isn't it?
Yeah, in Cheshire, yeah.
In Cheshire.
Yeah.
And they couldn't fit us in, apart from a tiny little window in August, could they?
Yeah, you didn't want me to go...
no, because it was in between 2 trips and it was only like 2 days, and they need the van for 3 days, don't they?
They need it for 3 days, but there was 3 days there, but it was probably pushing it, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go and stay at a site, I think it's called Belmont Hall or something like that.
All right.
Which is about 8 minutes away the night before. And
Yeah.
because I stupidly said to you, didn't I? Because I could book it for the 3 nights.
Yeah.
You said, how can you do that?
I've got
because
nothing to stay in.
We're going to take the car.
Yeah.
And this is one of the advantages of being able to tow the car.
Yeah.
Is that we're going to take the car with us as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll deliver the van, and then we'll come home, and then you'll go back in the car and pick the van up.
Yeah, I think I also want to film, because it's quite near to the Anderton lift.
Yeah.
The canal lift.
And it goes up, yeah.
I've never filmed that, so.
Haven't you?
Oh yes, I have. I have.
You have. We went there with Glyn.
That's right. Went with Glyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot that. Yeah. So okay. So if you're enjoying this video so far, you're finding it useful, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and also have a look. If you think you're subscribed, just check you are subscribed, because a few people have said to me that they've suddenly discovered they're not subscribed anymore.
Yeah, I think it's even easier now to sort of accidentally click unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe, yeah.
Especially when you're watching a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we keep asking for it, but the more people who subscribe, the more people get to watch the videos, and we hope that the videos are useful. So the more you subscribe, the more you help other people as well as us.
Yeah, you know what I've noticed? Aileen joined me to a Facebook group.
Yeah.
For a Caravan and Motorhome Club chat.
Yeah.
And a lot of people on there ask, have you ever been to blah de blah, what's the site like?
Yeah.
And there's a temptation for me to say, well, yes, we have been,
we
here's our
filmed it,
video,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't like to do that because it looks like we're promoting ourselves. And there have been problems on some Facebook groups, other people complaining that, YouTubers are promoting themselves.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you know anybody that is going to a Caravan and Motorhome Club or a camping and caravanning club.
Yeah.
We have done, what's it, about over 200 arriving
It's over
at?
200 arriving at videos, so we've been to a lot of campsites, so if it's helpful, please share our video.
Yeah,
And that helps as well.
Yes.
And we don't like to self-promote ourselves.
No, and that's why I've sort of held back, because and there's so many on there sort of asking things, and I think, well, I could say something here and share a video, but I think that looks like, you're trying to promote your channel.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So it's difficult, isn't it? It's a difficult balance.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So
moving on to
tours, what's coming
really.
up. Yeah.
To tours and what we're doing next. So the first thing is we've finally finished planning our Denmark trip. The last sort of bolt to put in place really was our trip to Dusseldorf and the caravan salon. It was the reason we couldn't do anything was you can't book tickets until when was it, 5th of June?
It was
started?
it's not very long ago, about last week. Yeah.
So last week, so we couldn't book any tickets.
No.
And we'd never booked tickets before, so we didn't know what to do. So we went on to the website. It was a bit enlightening, wasn't it? Trying to book things on a German. For some reason, Google wouldn't translate it from German.
No, it wasn't the caravan salon. That was the site that we would be booked afterwards.
Oh,
was
was
all
it?
in German. No,
Oh, right, okay.
No, the Dusseldorf site booking was okay, but you had to book a day ticket.
That's right.
Before you could book camping.
Before you could book a camping spot.
Which I suppose is fair enough, because they want to know, you've got a ticket before you...
Yeah, book the camping.
So we've booked, we're going with Trevor and Sue, Posh Cats Camping. We've both booked day tickets, and we both booked 48 hours camping.
Because you
That's the maximum,
I'm going to say that's the maximum you can book. You can't book more than 48 hours.
No.
And we were thinking we would be there for 3 days,
Yeah.
which left a bit of a problem. So we had a bit of a panic and thought, what do we do next? Because you've got to leave by, if you arrive at 7 on, say, the Friday, I don't know when it is, the Friday, you'd have to leave by by 7 on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, yes.
So we
That's
thought,
in the evening, not 7 in the morning.
well, whenever. I mean, it's 48 hours from whenever you arrive to whenever you get there.
Is it? Oh,
But I
right.
don't think you can. I don't think the camping spots open till 7.
No,
So-
and they want you to leave obviously by 7, because there must be other people coming after that.
Right. So we thought we can't go too far and spend too long looking for somewhere to park. I mean, we could do park ups. And admit
But
that
I
we
just
could
thought
find
it would be really busy, because there'll be people who are going to the caravan salon, won't there?
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure we got somewhere. And that's where it was all in German. It wouldn't translate.
So,
Yes, it was
I
fun.
mean, we'd done a little bit of German in night class, but they didn't really help us very much.
No.
What was it? There was a camping spot for a bully, and we thought, what's a bully? B-U-L-I.
They had Sue laughing, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means a equivalent of a T2 camper,
Yes.
because that's what it was originally called, the VW bully.
Because obviously it's not they're not very long
They're not
pitches.
very
That was the
long,
idea of them.
So we had to make sure we had a proper pitch, didn't we? I can't
Yes.
remember what it was called.
I
Standard,
think it was
wasn't
just called like Stellplatz
Yeah.
or Stell Place or something like that.
So we've added an extra campsite to our trip. We've got a great big long list of campsites
It's scaring
now.
me, yeah, because
it's
it's 3 weeks, isn't it? Something like 21 days, and we're going right up to Denmark and then coming back.
Yeah.
So
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Should be a really good trip.
Yeah. So
anyway, so that was sort of what we were doing last Sunday, wasn't it? Really.
yeah, and we were talking because Trevor and Sue are in the Outer Hebrides, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we're sort of talking to them on WhatsApp. And Trevor's had problems with his laptop screen, didn't he? So he was having to do all this on a phone.
Yeah.
Which must have been challenging because it was difficult enough on a big screen.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So
we're all booked up for
we're all
that.
booked up, and ready to go. But we have got a trip coming up when we're leaving.
Thursday.
So you'll be watching this video on Tuesday. So the Thursday after that,
we'll be going.
We'll be off on another trip. We're going with Glyn and Sharon. The reason we're going back to Scotland with Glyn and Sharon, and we've just been to Scotland with Bob and Aileen. Go on, tell them.
Well, it was because the Vannes collaboration was sort of the dates for that were established.
Yeah.
Bob and Aileen wanted to go end of May.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, we'll go with them to Arran, and then we'll have a tour with Glyn and Sharon afterwards. So that's why we're going back. But we're not going back to the same area.
No.
We're going to the northeast, which is an area we've sort of touched on, but we've not really gone up the coast, have we? We've sort of gone inland, Ballater,
and it's a couple of places we've been to before, but we haven't filmed.
Yes.
So I mean, we've got a little video, and we'll start showing that now. So one of the first stops is Forfar, isn't it?
Yeah, the Forfar. I managed to find some old footage that we recorded when we did a trip with Bob and Aileen, would you believe?
Yeah.
In 2016, after their daughter's wedding.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and we took the Sony
Handycam. Handycam.
This is a holding invisible one.
Yes, it's one of those.
And the idea was we were going to film our trip.
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time that we'd done that properly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have got a Throwback Thursday that we sort of put together about it during the lockdown.
That's it.
Yeah, so here's a little clip of that.
Yeah.
No idea what we're going to find out about coffee. Next we'll be searching for big wheel parts. And cheddar cheese. Where do you get cheddar cheese? Where's the cheddar cheese from? Melton Mulberry pies. Right, we've arrived here at Forfar site, which is a lovely little site, and Bob and Jenny arrived about half an hour before us, I think. We arrived just at 1:30, and we're going to walk up to the town, and we've got a few things for tonight. We're sitting with a can of beer, relaxing. Nice and warm, but overcast but warm. So we're here for 2 nights, then we're heading to Culloden on Monday morning.
The other place we've not filmed is Stonehaven. I was quite surprised. I thought I had. We'd been there before again with Bob and Aileen.
Yeah.
But we've never filmed it. And
it was 2015 when we went there.
Oh wow, it's quite a time ago.
So that's we always wanted to go back, but never sort of fitted it into a trip. So because we're doing this sort of like up the coast and going that way, we're able to.
Yeah.
There's the castle there. His name escapes me. That's right up on a
Huntley
rocky.
Castle. No,
that's
no.
That's begins with D. I will put the name on there.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well,
anyway, we'll put
we're guessing, aren't we?
Yeah.
I looked at the website for that, and would you believe there are 180 steps up to it?
Right. Okay.
So
So,
I think Sue,
good practice.
Sue and Sheila managed to get up there, but
108 is not a lot. It's like one of those spiral staircases.
is it?
Yeah.
It's quite exposed though. That's what they say, and they close the castle if it's really bad winds and whatever. But we'll see who can get up there. It might not be me, but
the other thing about going back to Aberdeen is I've actually got family roots in Aberdeen area because my great-great-grandfather was from Aberdeen.
Yeah. What's your great-great-grandfather's name? Quite a name.
Maxwell.
Yeah, but it's Maxwell McMaster Donaldson.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he was born in 1822.
Yeah.
And he was baptised at St Nicholas Kirk in Aberdeen, and apparently St Nicholas is the patron saint of Aberdeen.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, might have to go and visit that church.
Might have to visit that. That's
Kirk,
where he was. He came. He was a coach builder.
Yeah.
And he came to England, didn't he, to Hull, and that's where he met your great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Yeah.
And then he eventually settled in Yorkshire, didn't he?
Interesting that he went to Hull, isn't it? That's where Swift are based. Coach builder.
Yeah.
Coach built motorhomes.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Hull's another place where you've got some distant relative, haven't you? I can't remember who that was now. Who painted a lot. Painted ships.
Yeah. Quite a famous painter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Name can't
remember his name.
So the other place we want to go to, and the other campsite, is Huntly Castle.
That's right. It's an affiliated site. We were originally going to Keith, based on when Trevor and Sue had been there, but that's sadly had to close for some reason. So to find something else. So Huntly Castle we're going to. So we've been to Huntly, haven't we? I think we've been to the Tesco there. Haven't been explored much further, so be interesting.
So you want to see our video on Tesco at Huntly?
Yeah, and then we're going to Granton on Spey, where we went 2018.
Yeah, again,
really
a
nice
while ago.
site. Yeah, we originally went there when we hired the first motorhome we ever hired with your mum.
The Advance. Oh no, sorry, when we hired one. Sorry,
we hired one,
when we borrowed one.
Borrowed one from Berwick.
Yeah, that was a repeat. No, it wasn't.
No,
Pilo Galaxy. That's right. Yeah.
Great big
Pilo.
long thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we went. That Granton on Spey was then a club site.
Right.
So now I think it's an affiliated site, and
it was nice.
When we went there originally, but the last time we went there, we were on a super pitch, and it was really nice. I remember the little guy on the bike going round. Who showed us to the pitch on a little motorbike thing. Yeah. So
and the final sort of stop on this trip is the woods.
The woods, which we also briefly did. We were hoping to try the restaurant because it wasn't open.
It was sort of I don't know, one of the periods in between the lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something about you could only have a drink outside or something.
You could only drink with people if you were six metres away from everyone.
I don't know. Can't remember exactly what it was, but the restaurant then was closed. So a couple of nights there, and then we're back just for an overnight stop at Green Acres, which we filmed last year.
That's right.
Then we come home, but we don't come home for very long because Glyn is 60.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
And he's having a big do. So
he's having a big do.
He's invited half of Bury to it and some of Southport.
So we're going to that. Again, Trevor and Sue are coming, and Kaz and Pete.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go to Burrs, aren't we, for a couple of nights, and then go there.
And to do a bit of overnight camping in a car park. That should be a novelty for us, shouldn't it?
And then we're coming home because we've got to get stuff together for Rob and Lynn's do. Which would... and it's all planned.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things about Rob and Lynn's do is their support for the race against dementia. So
you've got some things together, haven't you?
I've got some things. So there's going to be an auction, so I've got some things to auction off. One of them is going to be an e-bike. So It'd be one of the e-bikes I've reviewed, and it won't be my big white one, and it won't be the little Fiido,
Fiido
which
no,
yeah,
so that sort of narrows it down a bit.
narrows it down a bit. So
Yeah.
look out for that.
After that,
Yeah.
we thought we'd have a little Welsh tour. So
Oh, right, yeah.
I've got a few. I booked some sites. One's a CL. One's a, and I'm probably going to get this pronunciation wrong. Aberbran.
Yeah, I mean, probably we will talk about
Yeah.
that in the next update.
Yeah, but that's the one I'm looking forward to. So
You're looking forward to the Welsh tour, aren't you?
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it should be good. So that's about it. So we're going to say that's all, folks, and bye for now.
Yeah.
Bye then.
then.